It seems like I may not have the best connection right off the back, y'all, but welcome to Jet Fuel Cafe. If you're catching a replay, definitely make sure to let me know that you tuned in. But I'm riding solo, but that's not going to stop anything. I'm starting today off with a prize first. Never done this before, but as I was getting ready to start the show, I found another reason to procrastinate because y'all, I be jamming in my space, and that's one of the reasons why I be wanting to invite y'all in and catch you during the Jet Fuel Cafe session because I know if you up at 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock stateside, you working on some type of dream or something in between. So, it's our time to tap in, right? But sometimes my vibes be so amazing. And I be wanting to share that with y'all. And so I went ahead and created a playlist on our YouTube page. So I want you to go and snag it because sometimes I'm fighting with the audio and the video and all kinds of other things. And I be wanting y'all to hear what's going on. But at this time, I don't even know how to have music in the background playing and technically be okay with the different social media platforms and not get in trouble or whatever the case may be. So I went ahead and like saved like 4 or 5 different songs for y'all to sample just to catch this groove because this playlist this morning has been so empowering, and I like to work in a space of empowerment and manifesting of my dreams and just even the audio, like it's amazing. So I started my journey in this type of empowerment listening with Tony Jones and um, dang, I can't think of his name, but I have drifted into so many different genres and tempos and different like it's just amazing. So anyway, go to girlletsgo.com to the YouTube page. And the name of the playlist is Jet Fuel Cafe and it's called Millionaire Mindset. I just made it. So now that I got that part out of the way, because I didn't want to drag it because I'll forget. If you're still paying attention now, this particular segment that I do is really supposed to be intro and then get to work, and also showing y'all what it looks like to get to the work. So I posted my goal of today. Of course, I'm in Thailand. So at the present time, if you're watching this in real time and tuning in, you're working in the night, but it's daytime for me. But the common denominator is we're both working on our goals, and maybe even if you're not into travel or something that I'm in, something that I'm working through can help you in your business and your thought and your whatever. But since I am abroad and since I am a travel agent and since I built a whole empire around my different experiences, I figure I'll just show it all. So there will be times where if you're catching a replay, especially, or if you're on the live, it's silent. And that's because I'm working on this computer, on that computer, or doing different things because this is my live workspace and that's a part of the show. So, you also get to be a part of the show. I'm just knowing that one day somebody's going to hit that button and they're going to join the cockpit with me or hit me up. The other day, yesterday, actually, my girl V tapped in from India. And she was on, we were talking, I think, on WhatsApp. So the audio was good, but then I also learned that for whatever reason, y'all wasn't able to see nothing that I was able to post. So I cranked up this computer to my left. I'm going to be checking the live feed and kind of seeing what's going on there because I do have some visuals. Yesterday, I had some strong visuals. Mind you, I'm trying to learn how to work the studio because my dreams and the way I see it is it will be more than just me. But sometimes you got to be your own jump off. Okay, look, let's start here. And so I'm jumping it off in the practicing and learning stage, the stage where a lot of people, including myself, would rather just, keep it hidden till it's done. But like, I'm 43. How long I'm gonna keep on hiding stuff until it's done and it ain't never done, apparently. But one thing I can say about my journey, if you don't know me beyond what you've seen in travel and that sort of thing, is when I came into this industry, it was very clear to me that I set out and I was setting out to build a legacy for my kids and my kids' kids, and that was that. And when you talk about what it takes to build a legacy, even in my now, like my present day now, um, I'm dealing with one, the self realization, and also the perception in other people's experience, because you have to remember people also experience you and they have their experience of you. And so, looking back on it, I look at what it took over the 20 years that I spent raising children as a work from home mom, not a stay at home mom. Okay, it's very different. And I've been very clear on this, but it seems very foggy for people. I've never had the luxury of being a stay at home mom, just functioning, let's just say, with the domestic expectations of running a household and that sort of thing. No, I was a work from home mom, which meant that when I was at home, I was at work. And that's a perception from a lot of people's angle, from kids to significant others to family members, friends, whoever, that that very act of you sitting at home in front of a computer is, or whatever that looks like for you as a work from home mom person, that's luxury, you know. Just to snip it in the bud right there, I had to sit with myself even today and say, had I went to go clock into somebody else's job and been absent from my home 8 to 12 hours a day, it seems like that would be more respected and more understood than the perception of even those who have been close to me watching me build a legacy, build a company. Like, let me tell you something. It's easy to book a trip. It's not rocket science, and it doesn't take a travel agent to do it. Okay. That's not an insult to someone who is a travel agent, such as myself, or anyone in the industry. It's just like, it's not a secret. So if anyone can do it, then that's not really the hard part. Why a person chooses to use a travel agent can vary for many reasons. And a lot of times, we're the unsung heroes in the industry when shit goes wrong. This is when travel agents a lot of times get their time to shine. Just yesterday, or within the last 48 hours, I was able to extend a rebooking opportunity to the travelers that were booked on some of our trips up to 2 years out. Like, honestly, I don't care where people stand on how you feel about what's going on, or whether or not you should or not or should not travel. That's none of my business. People travel every day for every reason. I just had a man cross the world to get here to be with me because that was important to him and to us. So, whatever people's reasoning is as to whether or not they're traveling is not my business. But if you do choose to travel, I'm here to accommodate that should you choose me or my agency or my destination darlings to assist you. So, being able to work with the suppliers, being able to work with the through the situations and stuff, and allow our travelers to have that peace of mind. Some of them, every situation, every booking is different, but to give them that peace of mind that whatever is going on in the world right now, hey, even whether or not you even got insurance, we're not even getting into that conversation, right? So it's just to say that this unrest and stuff that's going on right now is no different than what we experienced more or less with COVID, or the agents who were in the industry at some point in time. I wasn't around during 9/11 and all that kind of stuff. But anytime there's a catastrophe, anytime there's a series of things that are going on, like for instance, the different plane catastrophes and things that have taken place that have made people uneasy. Who am I to judge why a person wants to fly and all of that? But as an agency owner, and also just as a human, just being able to insert myself into that little piece and give a little bit of ease, like that's dope. But don't get me wrong, the point of what I was saying is booking travel is easy. Anybody can book travel. Building a company, building a legacy, staying true to something that you see either in your head, in your dreams, in your visions, in your whatever. whatever that is, that's the hard part. And so I've been trying to learn how, like I said, for myself first, to realize that um, I shouldn't spend a lot of time feeling bad that my choice was to be home and raise my children, even if that meant that being home meant that I was there, but I wasn't always present. Let me say that again. I was home, but I wasn't always present in the situations and things, because just like someone else's boss requires them to be at home, be at work, and they can't take off to go to doctor's appointments, they can't take off to enjoy lunch at school with their children, they can't take off for whatever reason. They have to get permission. I didn't. I was able to design and live my life where I could show up for the moments that were important to me. Damn what the school thought, damn what someone else thought. If I wanted to be the mom that went to my kids' school lunches, I was that mom. And so I'm learning and trying to like be in a place now where I'm able to look back on it, because I still have a 10-year-old to raise. So I'm in a place where I want to look back for my own growth, but in that growth, I don't want to look back on it just because other people are not able to see or understand what it takes to be obedient to a dream or a vision that only you see, and you have no time references to when it will flourish the way that you've built it to flourish, which is my case. So I feel like I have this exploding amount of stories to tell and things to share, but in the like just the carrying out of life, just being a mom now in this chapter of my life, trying to be present and also living differently. um yeah, it's a whole different dynamic, and it's really cool. So being able to share that in this space, Jet Fuel Cafe, I think the longest part of me talking is usually in the beginning, because at some point in time, the goal during this segment is to get to work. So like I posted in the comment section, if you're still catching still with me or catching a replay, I've learned that you can interact with the show, as I call. You can come into the cockpit, you can laugh, ask a question, whatever. You can do that interactively by either joining. Hey, Carla, either joining the session live. So there's a link in the description. Or if you go to girlletsgo.com, there's also at the very top of the website, it's a yellow button right now. You can join live that way. Otherwise, if you're commenting on Facebook and stuff like that, I kind of got to manage it and look and see and all that kind of stuff. But um, yeah, so building a legacy. And this chapter of my life, being able to even be in the mindset to say, okay, it's never going to be ready. Okay, this legacy of yours that you've been building for forever, but it is there and it's present, and it has been live and pumping, and every aspect of it has over the decade, every aspect of my company's growth has showed up in such a way, it's been amazing. So I'm sitting now in a place in my life of expectancy, because I'm tired of being Bob the Builder. Misha the Builder. I'm tired of building, and I'm out of bandwidth. I'm out of space. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I'm focusing on the things that I should be able to do at this time. Like in my this time in my life, like I should be able to set aside time and say, look, this is what I got to work on, or this is what I got to accomplish. Sip on my coffee. All right, y'all, let's do it. And turn that screen share on and let's get to it. Because building out, man, you're already competing with an ever-changing industry in life. It's like we're chasing the next best thing. Now at this point, we're all competing against each other's AI, and that's tiring. That's tiring all in itself. um and so yeah, I'm going to get to it. I do want to check my live stream and do some tests off of yesterday. which was, if y'all bear with me on the visual, I want to make sure when I share my screen that y'all are able to see it, because that wasn't happening yesterday. So I'm gonna go ahead and lead us off to a taxi real quick. Look at me moving and grooving, y'all. But also, like I said in the beginning, go back and get that playlist. One of the things I'm gonna show y'all in the screen share in a little bit is how I've been building things over the years that they really just kind of like pop into place for me. So I shared with y'all the playlist that I wanted to let me turn this down some. I share with y'all the playlist that I want you to listen to, right? But in a minute, when I get to work and I'm gonna do a screen share, maybe I should try and do it now. Because what happened was when I created Jet Fuel Cafe, remember Jet Fuel Cafe has a whole brand of coffee within Girl Let's Go. So we got the coffee that you're sipping on. That's the Bucket List Baddie Blend. Okay. Jet Fuel Cafe, though, it was always meant to be about the conversation, the coffee, and the connection. Okay. And so that all being spirited in my military background, I'm not going to get into that. You got to catch a previous or a next. But Jet Fuel Cafe itself was about the conversation, what I just said. Okay. So I designed this desktop. It's like a mouse pad right before I came to Thailand. This is not it. But I designed this mouse pad with the whole Jet Fuel Cafe um deal on there. It's actually on our website, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I can pull that up. So it's actually on the website. So I designed it. And the mouse pad, when you see it, you'll understand one of the things that I wanted to do on this show was anytime I had like a specific playlist that I really liked that I was listening to, I was gonna put that on the background. So we're gonna do it now because y'all probably like, what the hell? You didn't lost me. So I'm gonna show you because all of these things are not something that was designed yesterday. It was like months and months ago, but it's about to come into fruition now. So you'll get a chance to be a part of that. But yeah, let's go ahead and do it. But for now, like I said, you can get a clean copy of the playlist. It's dope as hell. That girl, her. Ooh, and if you building on something, if you've been manifesting, if you've been, just holding on to a dream or whatever, I really think you'll find the playlist really dope. So it's on our YouTube page. I can't tell you how to get to it once you get to YouTube, but do your thing. It is our first little playlist that I've made public. And again, it's called Jet Fuel Cafe. Millionaire Mindset is the name of that playlist. So let's go ahead and start with the taxi as a visual and do my checks. See what y'all see real quick. Um, okay. Okay. All right. We had a little delay, but that's okay. I'm still rocking and rolling, and y'all can see my screen today. So that's dope. All right. Let me go ahead and fade out and lead y'all in with the taxi. I'll get started in the next conversation in just a second. No. Mm-mm. I'm going to move right on into it. Let me do this because I said I wanted to do it real time. And that'd be the thing. I'll be trying to prepare so much to the point that I have y'all on standby. And y'all never really get a chance to see what I'm supposed to be showing you. So right now you're looking at my Canva account. I do a lot of okay, I see what we got going on here. I need to show y'all the other screen. Hold on. All right, y'all. All right, hold on. There we go. So I do a lot of work in Canva, and I think I'll let y'all see this entirely. Bam. I don't know if it gets any bigger than that. But anyway, I'll let you ride this ride with me real quick. We just gonna go ahead and keep it moving. So before I turned on to the live with y'all, I was over here trying to get things prepared. And that's when I was like, no, stop. This is the type of stuff that you want to show. So when I talk about Jet Fuel Cafe and the dedication thereof, let me tell you, okay, Girl, let's go. We have graphics and things for days, and this stuff is also this content and things is also available to our destination darlings when they're doing their promotions and advertisements and different things of that nature. I'm just showing off at this point. Um, but yeah, so that's one of the cool things when you do partner with this, if that's your thing to become an agent or whatever. It's a lot of stuff that's already available to you. But I want to see if I can find this design that I created. Okay, yeah, it might be here. No, it's not in there. Y'all see that? So my son and I, actually all of my kids kind of have a light thing for coffee. So this is one of the initial designs that I had, which was Fuel for the Fly Life. Um, but yeah, I'm not gonna get into that story. But yeah, here's my son and I on a little trip, and then my daughter. Okay, listen, hey, we just got to do what we got to do nowadays. But I want to find this mouse pad, y'all. So let me see if I hit the back button. Will that mess up my life? Because that ain't it. Okay, y'all, just hold on. Because what I want to do is change my background for the show. Ultimately, if I can find the design. Let's see, there's four in here. No. Yeah, so I think I am gonna go ahead and go to commercial break because that's the shit that's gonna make me um lose my mind trying to find it. Okay, that was. But you know what? Let me go over to the website real quick because I know it's on the website. All right. So Jet Fuel Cafe. Now this is gonna come down to whether or not I sorted things on the website properly. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I can't find the raw design where I pulled it all together. But this was like, a little office mat. And at the time when I created it, it was really me still trying to understand exactly how I would do Jet Fuel Cafe, how everything was going to come together. And so, again, right now, I say it's a bit much, but I'm going to go ahead. I want to find this because I want to go ahead and use it as the background. I need to find the actual file though, because my site ain't gonna let me just. Let me see. Is it gonna let me save? Oh, okay. Well then, let's see. Um, okay, now I should be able to come in here. I ain't gonna like the way this looks. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some back work because look, y'all. Let's see. Change this background. Yeah, I don't like the way it looks on there. But in essence, this would actually be the background of the show for Jet Fuel Cafe. Because again, just inviting the conversation and the connection. Um, yeah, so let me see. Oh, because I put it over there. Yeah, so yeah, okay, yeah, so let me go ahead and get busy and get to work. But anyway, if you had a little thought about something I said a minute ago, definitely chime in. Or if you're up late night real time and you want to hit me up because you got my contact, you can do that and be a part of the show that way. I'm not trying to make it complicated at all. But I do have some things to get to and to knock out. And so I'll tune in from time to time and share some things with y'all. And some of the other shows we talked about Cabo, I did go back and find some of the pictures and footage from Cabo. Um, I did find out the hotel that I was at. I got to answer some of y'all questions in the comments later. So it's been good. It's been good. I'm gonna go ahead and lead out real quick with some stuff I prepared for y'all, and yes, I'll catch you soon. Let's get us a call time. Yeah, I think that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and get some work done. I'll catch y'all in about 15 minutes or so. All right, I think I got something I can show y'all while I get work done. We'll start off with an oldie but goodie while I get my screen ready. All I know is I feel like it's about to get real. All right. What? Oh my God! Look at that over there. Oh my God! Your foot. Oh. That was so cool. Yeah, so y'all, I know I got a little bit of lag. Fixing myself. I'm sitting in the seat. That's okay though, because we actually touched on Bali the other day, and I do want to go back to a couple things to show you. So even if you have never seen one of my shows before, hopefully you can, see something that enlightens you on this show. You don't necessarily have to go back and watch the last one, but in this footage right here, I'm actually in Bali, taking a river raft with a client of mine who shared with me that her dream trip was to go to Bali. So, long story short, I got offered an amazing deal. Um, to go on an internship to Bali to meet with one of my suppliers to learn the route, the experience, the people. In fact, I'm still in communication with the tour guide. And he and I, now that I'm living on this side of the world, are working on putting some things together for our future trips and that sort of thing, starting with me because I was getting ready to go to Bali. Before a lot of the different unrest and stuff that's been going on. But long story short, I do have some footage pulled up that I'll be sharing with you guys. in and out of the service going in and out. I don't know what this replay is going to be like, but I'm really just trying to catch it. Keep it going as life unfolds, because the better I can juggle these things, the better. But I do want to be able to produce some um, today just for the replays and stuff. But like I said, this session here is all about building the dream real time. Oh, all right. So I'm not gonna force that anymore because I don't even like the way it's looking on the replay. But what I will do is take you back into Bali. So let's make sure you guys can see that experience real quick. Bear with me. Yeah. All right, yeah, there we go. All right, so this is, let me make sure y'all can see. This is my first 2 days into in is that a reverb? Or is that the sound of what's going on? Oh, that's the actual video. I'm like, what is that noise? So here I'm at Ukiwali Temple, if I remember and said that correctly. Oops, sorry, y'all. Sorry. My child staring at feet in the background. My bad. Okay, so that's over with. So, from that experience, like every time I go on a trip or would go on a trip, um, as I'm coming through the industry, right? It's all a part of my ability to experience things firsthand, number one, and then number two, to be able to share that experience with others. So from that, I was able to birth a couple trips from experience. Not saying that agents who don't have experience in a location are any less qualified to book your trip than one who does, but it definitely adds to your knowledge base in so many different ways, or your experience. Not to shove that onto other people, but to give them, different perspectives and things. Um, so yeah, this here is at the temple, and my role kind of goes in different order, y'all. So by this time, this is like day 10 of being in Bali, and I'm out like, taking pictures and doing younger me things. But let me see if I can get y'all to another video where you can see. But this peak was so beautiful, breathtaking to be able to go down. I do think I have footage of that, so you'll be able to see it.
No.
This is one of the resorts that we stayed at. And then here is me again being able to use the experience that I had firsthand. So for me, it's an internship. I get to go and learn about Bali. But for my client, who was actually my locks client, I started her locks. So for her, it was a dream trip come true. Period. So this was a match made in heaven, and I felt exactly like that picture right there, where I'm sitting there and just kind of like a fly on the wall of her vacation experience, but like kind of like the travel fairy, because to be able to be one on one with a woman or a person who's entrusted you to be able to make a trip come true for them, and to have her permission to even record that. Like we had a mutual understanding of what was going to happen, but telling someone that you're going to be recording them all the time, and yourself and all of that, that's one thing. For her to experience it was another, right? So anyway, we found a harmony where we were both able to go on that trip and both get and walk away with one more than we had ever researched for, because she had been researching this and after this and manifested this for some years, okay, before it actually came true. And over the course of time since she's had that trip, she showed me, where you know a year or two before we took that trip, she had manifested it in so many different ways. So in any case, just to be a part of that was so super dope. But let me go ahead and keep it moving, because if I don't, I'll never get to the part where I'm doing work. But here's my photographer going in and trying to get some pictures and different stuff for us. But let me see if I can skip forward a little bit just to save us, because this is also cool too, in this view. I wish I had some folks in the cockpit that could stop in and ask some questions, or on the phone or whatever. That helped me navigate through everything. But I just don't really see the need to go into every picture or video, um, because I'll never stop talking and I'll never get to work. But I do want to show y'all some. I do want to show y'all some footage and some of the experiences that you can have. It's one thing to go into a destination where you're taking a quick vacation and you're enjoying the beach and the finer things. It's another thing when you're able to safely get off of the beaten path and dip into the culture, dip into the lifestyle. Even though it's not the same as living there, it is different. It gives you a different introspect, going into different countries, and having those different experiences. So anyway, I don't remember the story behind what we're looking at, but again, I do remember being
No, I'm
at
just worrying that
Valley
I didn't left
Temple.
somewhere like I left my. No, I'm just worrying that.
Um, and this is me and my tour guide at the moment, just going off the beaten path, because it wasn't included in the actual package that I was doing my internship on, but it was a space, like it was just downtime. That's one of the things that we do give to all of our travelers, is the ability to have downtime. So if we're pre-planning a trip, we're putting it together. A lot of times the tours, I should say, we're putting those tours together in a way that's going to allow you to interact with different aspects of cultures, different vibes, different experiences, some of the most sought off experiences for that destination. And sometimes we go into the hidden gems. And either way, finding a waterfall was not in any of the itinerary that was preset. So me and the tour guide kind of broke off. My client at this time, she chose to just enjoy the day, I think, in the room or at the resort, whatever she was doing. And he took me to a waterfall, and it was beautiful. Um, this is a whole nother location right here. Um, we experienced later on that day. And at this point, we're sharing some tacos, some
This is
pizza,
Bulubac, Bulubac,
and a
right?
local beer. But some of the views are just breathtaking. Here we are again at the ceremony. And one of the things I can say about coming into Bali was it was the first time I really experienced how a culture or country embraces their their beliefs so strongly. Excuse me, because I'm fishing for words here, but it's to say that I learned that these okay, she's just talking about the event. These honorary and these religious ceremonies and stuff are so respected in their culture that it is an honor to know that, say, this young kid or this person is going to be, is participating in it. And so the people are known to, y'all, I'm trying to manage too much. The people, the community are known to make accommodations and to support that. I have to go to practice. I need to do this. I need to do that. And they really just embrace those who are committed to helping those ceremonies to take place. Because although it's a spectacle or it's an experience for us, it's sacred. It is something that they're not putting on a show for. That's a part of their culture. So um, it's again a beautiful matrimony. So I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of
Yeah,
where
all of
we
them
are.
is good places. Even I
But
want to check it out.
definitely, we're putting together a trip for you to Bali, and you want to experience this particular overlook and stuff. You can definitely
Yeah, all
write
of
it
them is good
down,
places.
put it
Even
in
I
the
want to check it
comments, do
out.
whatever anti you want to go to that, and we got you. So again, my role is kind of jumping around, but at this point, we make it to a monkey forest and actually did the Bali swing. So I can share some experiences with y'all about the Bali swing, although I've only done it once. I can tell you that I was going into it looking for that an intimate experience, but it wasn't so much. But I still enjoyed the experience more or
Oh,
less.
that looks
So
so good.
here we are going into
Yes.
one of the beach overlooks that I showed
Like
you.
very tasty.
And we picked up some local street corn.
Yes, definitely garlic butter. Yeah.
All right. And so this is me. I finally make it down to the waterfall. And yeah, just can't do nothing but enjoy. It was hot. It was hella hot. We went in like May, June. Well, I think it was May. Yeah. I'm gonna check the dates on that. Let me check the dates right now. Me out here acting like Dora the Explorer, y'all. Go younger me. And so we flew KLM coming in, and the date was May 31st. So now I see why I was like May, June. Y'all, if you're catching a replay or skimming through, definitely let me know if you're enjoying this. I'm proud of myself and the progress thus far because learning how to even host and conduct a show while there's nobody chiming in, having a complete like monologue and all of that stuff while working through all the technical difficulties and complications, it's been a bit much. But I can say that I have been able to make the shows more seamless and also cut down in length, even though the entire length is supposed to be my work schedule. Y'all, I wasn't doing nothing sacred here, but I was enjoying and knowing that one day for sure this footage was gonna be needed. And yeah, go ahead, Mish. You gonna walk back or what? Okay, okay. Okay, younger me. Okay, younger me. Uh-huh. Okay, younger me. Okay, y'all hear me? Why you didn't ever show this younger that day? All right, enough for her. So that's me. We finally make it to the waterfall. Of course, that's me. What you think? Let's see, I might jump forward a bit because we was talking about coffee the other day. There were some conversations I wanted to share with y'all too. Let me see if I can find some of that. So my tour guide Danta, we spent a lot of time in the car together, and there is some video and stuff that I'll try to get to y'all today during this segment. But this going down to the
Okay,
waterfall,
I'm
you know,
coming back
some
for this
like
one.
kids, they want me to stop and play,
Okay, I'm coming.
and
Put
I
him
was
down,
saying,
son.
look, okay, I'll come play. So there are,
Galapan.
Okay, I'm coming.
okay, yeah, let me try and get y'all to the place. Let's see. We did Utiwali Temple already. We talked about the swings. Yeah, then we did a little photo shoot. I haven't told y'all about being on this particular mountain yet, so maybe in one of the segments we'll get to that. That's all from my Bali road on the safe road anyway. Let's see what happens if I type in Bali trip. If you're catching a replay, definitely let me know if you're enjoying this. Okay, yeah. So this comes from the start. Getting off the plane at the airport, and y'all got some stories to tell about that airplane ride, but we're not gonna get into it now. So again, we spent 2 days off the beaten path. This is a room at a hotel resort that we stayed
Good
in.
morning. So I am up
Oh, you don't get to see it in
and
this
getting ready
picture.
to explore this amazing, amazing set.
Oh, so give me a date on that trip.
Good morning.
You don't get to see too much in that. I did have a room tour. Oh, this one's 2 minutes. Okay, that'll be good. I'm gonna share this one with you while I work on redating this trip for Bali. It'll be now 2027. So if you were watching the Don't Wait to Exhale trip that we had going to Bali and Thailand, we just had the last of our travelers redate, and so we will be putting out the new dates. So lucky for you, with all that's going on, you get a chance to postpone that until 2027 um, and get prepared with us. So that was actually showing the coconut system that they used for weather. I talked right through it, so my bad. Oh, damn, my bad, y'all. There we go.
Good morning.
All right, that started over. So that was a walkout at this resort. I'll share the name if you want it. Just drop it in the comment or whatever. But I think this is. We're gonna see what this is. Mm, what's going on here? Yeah, we just gonna get to the food. Even though that looked like a airport um, experience right there. Yeah. Oh, that's showing the Bali trip. It's taking us to other trips. All right, I ain't gonna do that to the element of surprise. Oh, okay, it does get to Bali, and there's my friend I was telling y'all about. So I'm gonna let him educate y'all on some things real quick, and we'll roll back if you want to share experience or ask a question about the elephants or anything else as it relates to Bali. I did go back in and see though the new trip dates are going to be May 26th or June 7th. I'm sorry, June 4th, 2027. May 26th or June 4th, 2027. So on my workbench tonight, or y'all's tonight, my morning, my day, I'll be working on getting the new trip dates for Bali, Thailand experience. Dang, where's my friend at? Because he was showing y'all some stuff. Let me see. Because we had to be in the car. I want to show y'all. That waterfall's so pretty. It was cold as all get out though. Um, okay. Let me scroll up one more again. See if I can find my friend so he can share some stuff with y'all, some knowledge. Look at this food, y'all. Look at this food. This is one of the resorts that you'll be staying at. I had a great time at this resort. A lot of overlooks, a lot of places to just go and find like just intimate spaces, very beautiful, serene. Um, I went around meeting the different people at the resort, asking questions, learning the different tastes. Like it was super dope. But I really wanted to share some of the car ride with y'all. Let's see. I can't find my friend. All right, so enough of that. Let me go ahead and cut to break. I can find my friend on my own, and we can have some good conversation, or I can at least have some stuff lined up for you to see. Yeah, let me do that. It's been good. A nice little segment. We got down on this one almost 1 hour in, and I've had some nonstop content for myself. I think that alone is enough for me to end it right there. Hold on. Let me practice my offset. To end it right there, just to recap, yeah, because this is a good segment. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to work on putting the next dates up for the Bali Thailand trip, which is gonna be May 26th through June 4th, 2027. So hooray for that! If Bali or Thailand was on your bucket list, you could definitely knock it out 2 in 1. We'll continue diving into Bali. I have to design my life where I can do a little bit more prep for these shows, but I am thankful that even when I'm not prepped, even when I'm not, I'm still able to push myself um, to go ahead and go for it and to share that experience. So let me go ahead and go into segment 2. And this time, challenging myself to not talk through it. Change the time. We're going to delete. Yeah, I'm already having trouble trying to extend this, so that's a wrap. I'm out.